Hey everyone, hope you guys are having a very blessed day. Um, I got this is my first time going live here on YouTube, and I'm going to say I never thought I would say something like this, and I'm at that point where um, I need to do a lot of soul searching, and in recent weeks, we had two podcasts, and they were like kind of like neighboring podcasts until recently. I was co-host of the Rant and Rave podcast, and I was a guest, sort of like a nobody guest, on the Hangman Charlie Outcast. There was a recent fallout that happened, and that basically um, the reason why I'm doing this here on YouTube, because if I do it on a Facebook or StreamYard or any other platform, I wouldn't have the ability and an opportunity to talk. And I figured I need to have people listen to me. And if people cannot, and people keep talking over me and disrespect me, I wouldn't get the chance to do this. Um, because, I had this past Saturday night, there was a stream by Phenomenal One that he decided to do this, and him and Thomas Willis. The reason why I was part of the Hangman Outcast was to support my friend Thomas Willis, and that was one of the reasons why I went on the podcast. The reason why I did Rant and Rave because I wanted to interview the wrestlers, and I figured I was there for that. But I cannot go into detail. You have to talk to Charlie Long or Jordan Little about the situation. But I end up hearing both parties out. And I have decided to make a decision. And I have made that decision. I did a lot of soul searching about this. There are this decision was not an easy one for me to make. And I decided not to advertise this because I don't want to worry anybody. And this was not easy. You know, when you have two friends fight each other and argue with each other and disrespect each other, you really don't know what to do. You don't know what to say, and it really does hurt my heart that I have. It really does. It really does hurt, and with a lot of things going on in my family as well, and now they're snipping and sniping at each other on Facebook saying, don't support this podcast, don't support that podcast. And it kind of really hurts. You know, it really, really hurts when people have to do this. You know, and guilty by association. I'm tired. I'm sick of that too. It's like, other people that you need to consider. And I'm at that point where either I go with one or the other, or that's it. Well, there's a saying, 3 strikes, you're out. Well, 3 strikes, I'm out. This was the third online war among friends, among people that I know. That I had to get in the middle of it, and it's not good at all. So with that being said, effective immediately, I have decided to drop out of the Rant and Rave podcast as co-host. and I have decided not to be a guest on the Hangman Outcast, the Hangman Charlie Outcast. I am not going to make any appearances on either podcast, and I have some reasons why too. Not just because of the war going on. I felt like a part of Rant and Rave podcast, I've been a failure to be a professional. The Maddie Rankowski interview, even though it was not my fault, but I was disrespectful towards her as well, because I was trying to watch NXT and I was trying to take down notes from NXT so I could do my show. This has not been the easiest decision for me to make, and because of the wars were going on, I heard what both parties have to say, and in some ways, both parties were wrong of what they were doing to each other. Hi, Kevin. How you doing? Hey, Kevin Daddy. I apologize for coming in, but I appreciate you guys coming in. I made this decision. I'm sorry. My apologies to Charlie Long, Thomas Willis, Brandon Martin, and Jordan Little. I'm okay. What you streaming about? Just sit back and listen, Kevin. I have decided to make this decision because with a lot going on, and I made a lot of friends among my days being on the internet for the past 12 years. And how you doing, Kevin, Henry? And with everything going on right now, I think it's about time I step down as a podcaster, a podcast co-host. I appreciate Brandon Martin and Jordan Little bringing me in as a co-host. I always wanted to interview the wrestlers. That was one of my reasons why. And the reasons why I went on the Hangman Charlie Outcast to support my friend Thomas Willis. So therefore, I am deciding to drop out as a co-host, even though I liked it so much. But unfortunately, this controversy, this situation, and because of all the and yeah, it is out of control, Kevin. You're right, and that's why I decided to drop out of both podcasts, because I think is not, and I have nothing against anybody. Is that I need to mentally keep myself sane, and plus, I didn't want to speak anything about my family. As you know, I have another nephew coming on the way as we speak. And plus the fact that my mother may be going into surgery soon to remove a benign thing, and just in case it may end up being the C word, I'm hoping not, and I'm praying not, that the family could need some help and they could need my assistance. And so that's why I decided to drop out of both podcasts, so that way I can focus on helping my family out. I love my family, and I'm going to be there for my family. I'm really sorry for making this decision, everyone. This has not been the easiest decision I had to make. After being in the middle of online wars among friends 3 times in a row, I decided I'm out. It upsets me to even do this, but I could be very angry. And Kevin, Henry, I do apologize for you wanting to be part of this. But, Tom Willis was the one that reached out to me to talk to you. And I'm glad you're up to speed and up to date what's going on. Like I said, being a born again Christian, being a conservative Christian in this time period is not the easiest thing in the world. And I have a lot of respect for people, and I've been taught to be kind to everyone. That's what it says in the Bible. In fact, I learned that yesterday in church. And that's why I need to be. But for the sake of everybody, for the sake of both parties involved in this, I know I'm kind of surprised everybody by doing this, and I know this was not planned. You know, yeah, thank you, Kevin. And that's why I think I need to be that. I need to be the voice of reason. And at 44 years old, um, it was something that I need to do. And shoot. It's I've always, the Bible says, "Blessed are peacekeepers," and that's what I wanted to be, because I loved everybody on both. We got good friends. I got good friends on both podcasts, and it was a really tough decision for me to make. And I've always wanted to interview the wrestlers, and you know, I, I want to thank everybody from both podcasts. I mean, I'm really, really sorry that it has come to this, and I know there's gonna be some people that won't want an explanation for me and from me. And one of the main reasons why, like I said, my family is very important, and with everything going on right now, and with my family being shorthanded because due to the fact that some siblings don't even want to speak to us, I feel like I need to help my family. I want to focus on that. And by the time I get done with everything, and plus I got band rehearsal on Tuesday nights, and I felt like I was being unprofessional when it comes to interviewing the wrestlers by coming in late, by not paying attention, by everything else was going on. And like I said, this has not been an easy decision. And like I said, my first apologies to Brand Martin and Jordan Little, who did take me in as a co-host of the show. I want to appreciate you two guys. Thank you for allowing me to interview some of the wrestlers I had the honor of watching on TV. It was really cool, and I want to say thank you. And to Thomas Willis and to Charlie Long, thank you for, even though I'm not a permanent fixture on the Hangman Charlie Outcast and all, I feel like I didn't fit in there either. It's just that the reason why I visited there just to support Thomas Willis, because he's a fellow Massachusetts native. He's a guy that's been there for me. When the trolls were out, everybody was there for me. Everybody rallied around me. I do appreciate that. And I know a lot of people are going to be shocked when this live stream comes out, and I do apologize, but I need to say something, and I need a neutral battleground, so to speak, to say my piece. And I will not be making appearances on the Rant and Rate podcast, like I said, this week, or on the Hangman Charlie Outcast this week as well. I'm going to focus on my show. I'm going to focus on WEML-TV, Channel 77. I'm sure a lot of people want to know why I'm doing this for the sake of my mental health and the sake for remaining friends. And with everything going on, for the sake, I just need to do this. This has not been easy for me to do. I never did something like this, and I never tried to break down, cry. Tom Willis gave me some advice about, not being angry at everybody, or else I don't want both groups hating me. And I thought about it, and I thought about what he said, and I thought about what Jordan and his mother had said, and I thought, I listened to everybody. But after some soul searching, I need to do this for my sake. If you want to continue, if anybody on both parties want to continue to be friends with me, that's great. Praise God. I'll go with that. And, Kevin Henry, you know all about this too well. And when Kevin Henry and my other friend, Rodney Flippin, had their row back 3 years ago. And that was the second online war among friends I was involved in. There were 3. The first one was involved my friend Jason DeCanio and a person I will not mention. Yeah, thank you, Kevin Daddy. it's really cool to make friends outside the states. That's for sure. You're a pretty awesome dude. Um, and I have to. I'm going to admit this. I didn't say anything about. I wasn't going to say anything about this, but I think the Jordan Little versus Charlie Long war has been my third strike because I'm tired of. I try to keep the peace, keep things right, and I'm out. But I'm going to focus on my show and my show only for the time being. I like, I want to keep, things as less possible. If I do the podcast, I'll be exhausted, stressed out, uncomfortable. This wasn't an easy decision, folks. Thank you, Kevin Daddy, man. I'm trying to be honest with people, and you can easily, the thing is that people hiding secrets and all that just to protect your reputation. I don't like doing that. I kept quiet everything we got. Yeah, I'm not perfect either, Kevin. Kevin Henry, I feel for you, man. I have not been easy, and I have said and done things I'm not proud of either. Yeah, thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much, man. Both Kevins, man. You guys, you both of you Kevins. You guys are very chatty about this, and I do appreciate that. I do, and I like you guys for it. And you know what? You guys know how I'm feeling. You guys know I'm understanding. I hope people out there feel the same way as I do. Hope they understand me, understand where I come from. It is not easy doing this. It's not easy being on the internet. My life has not been the most perfect life in the world, you know. But I always try to keep a step up or left and just keep going and keep fighting now. You know, when this whole controversy had happened, I I tell you one thing, it kind of broke my heart. Mm. And I figured, my first instinct was to get everybody in one stream in StreamYard and inside all this. So yeah, I totally understand what's going on here. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Kevin Henry. I got two Kevins on, man, on chat. Thank you. Kevin Daddy, Kevin Henry, Mr. WK. Check out Kevin Henry's channel, WKPH in Cincinnati. He's got a good channel. He's a good game show host. He's very professional on the radio. He's a good radio broadcaster, guys. Check him out, please. And I never said this to either man, either party, but I'm very upset with both men. Kevin 1 and Kevin 2. Hangman Charlie, thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming. We watched this, and yeah, I understand where you're coming from, brother. And it was something that, I figured. Sorry, folks. It's very emotional for me because there's a lot of craziness going on with my family, and a lot of things are happening. Oh, you did? Yeah. Inform anybody you can. I hope people understand why I'm doing this. Kevin Daddy, just get the word out. Thank you. And Hangman Charlie, thank you for coming in. This was something that on Discord. Message anybody you can, Kevin Daddy. Kevin Daddy. I'll talk to you like I'm Dusty Rose. Kevin Daddy. I'm trying to have a sense of humor, but I want people to listen to me and listen to my heart. And the reason why I decided not to do it on the Rant and Rave or the Hangman Charlie Outcast, and so I want to bring it up here, neutral thing, and I want people to know that how I'm feeling about this whole thing. I know I talk with either party. Daddy, my name, Daddy, my nature. Yes, indeed. Every time I look at you, Kevin Daddy, I'm going to think of going to do my Dusty Rhodes impression. Anyways, um, I figured I want to get everything out in the open. Why aren't you doing it anymore? Well, if those of you who have been coming in late, Chris Geerton, thank you very much. I'm not doing the podcasts of Rant and Rave or not being a guest on Hangman Charlie's Outcast anymore. But I'm still doing my show. I'm still doing this show. There will be. I just discovered a few things that is really going to make the show even better. Um, I'm still gonna do my my gameplays, my wrestling reviews, and then we know the Wellness City Festival is coming up as well. So I want to do that, do a live thing on that as well. And if you want to, Chris, you can watch the whole thing. And I don't still want to. I'm trying to say some stuff without revealing too much about what's been going on. I'm trying to be respectful and be professional about this. It has not been easy for me because when you make a lot of friends, it is expected to have clashes of egos, clashes of listen, being a conservative is not the easiest thing in the world. A lot of people, yeah, I go to church, I'm a Christian. Most people say, oh, Christians hate gay people. No, we don't. We just don't agree with the lifestyle of we don't agree with the pride lifestyle, but we will not stop being friends and being kind to those people. And I'll tell you why. Because in the Bible, we're taught to be kind to everyone. Stay on YouTube. Yes, in actually about 18 days. So I'm staying on YouTube, and like I said, I'm still doing my show. I'll be at the festival, and I'm losing my train of thought here, folks. Just bear with me here. It's been I feel like I'm in an emotional wreck, but I'm trying. It got to the point where this situation got me to the point where I was up. I got up at 1:30 at night to go to the bathroom, and I almost threw up. Thankfully, everything was settled down afterwards. I went back to sleep. I had to get up early to go to work. And at work, I've been rehearsing in my head what I wanted to say. I know a lot of things, I know some people out there, they're probably wondering, why is Eric doing this? I felt like I need to say my piece. It isn't easy. No, I'm trying to do this without insults and all that. And that was the bigger problem. I think it was the insults were hurled by both gentlemen. I'm 44 years old, and I feel like I'm in a war between two 20-somethings. That's how. I felt like Riggs and Murtaugh, the Lethal Weapon, 4? 2-0 for this. You get the idea. But, like I said, there's been 20 wars, online wars I'm in the middle of, and I feel like the WWE officials trying to separate everybody and you get clobbered in the head or something like that. Maybe I needed someone like Samoa Joe to put somebody to sleep. But, so I want to conclude this video because it's gone too long, and I do appreciate. I want to thank Hangman Charlie, Riggs, Murtaugh. Exactly, Kevin Daddy. Exactly. But I'm still going to continue doing episodes of WEML-TV Channel 77. I want to focus on that for the time being. I know everybody at the Rant and Rave podcast will not be very happy of my decision to make. Yeah, great. Lethal Weapon 4 is my favorite one of all. But I have my reasons. I'm not taking any sides. Yeah, thank you, Hangman Charlie, Kevin Daddy, Kevin Henry, Chris Geerton. Like I said, I'm not going to make any appearances too on Hangman Charlie Outcast, even though I just do it to support my friend Thomas Willis, because he's been there for me. He's helped me out. He gave me a modded Xbox, and I will forever thank him for that as an early Christmas gift. And I still have it with me. And I think for the this, I think this will be best for me for right now. And if anybody needs me, I'll be on my Facebook. I'll be either Facebook, Twitter. You can follow me there. EM Lima Ranger 77. Um, you can message me on. You can hit me up on Messenger if you want. If you want, is that I think this is going to be best for everybody, and I'm sure if I really do appreciate the continued support for my YouTube channel at least. Now I kind of wish everything would be better so I could do my own podcast, but I don't have the money to do like go on. I can go on StreamYard, but I don't have the money to do extend it to YouTube, Facebook, and all that like Brendan Martin has. So and like I said, I felt like I let the game show fan hello. So yeah, kept so I'm not gonna be in the chats of either group either. I just need some time to myself, time with my family. I want to make sure that everything. Game show fan hello, greetings. Came in late, so I'll repeat what my announcement is. I will not be a co-host of Rant and Rave, nor I will be a guest or making any appearances on the Hangman Charlie Outcast anytime soon. That is my announcement. I felt like sometimes on the Hangman Charlie Outcast, I felt like I'm a nobody there, like a backward scene. I'm not asking to be superstar. And I really, like I said, I've been really upset what's been going on. And this was not an easy decision for me to make. I do apologize to all the wrestling guests that we had previously that will not be in there anymore to interview you. It was the reason why I joined the Rant and Rave podcast is to interview wrestlers, to talk to them, and I really don't know, because of this controversy, because of this situation, I won't be able to do that anymore. I felt like my dream has been shattered for that reason. And the reason why I'm not going to appear on the Hangman Charlie Outcast is because I I only was part of that podcast to support my good friend Thomas Willis. And I have respect for him, and he's helped me out in a lot of situations, man. And I know Jordan Little, he's not perfect. He's a good Christian man. I talked with him and his mother. I'm not gonna go over the conversation, but that's why I decided I want a Pages stream, Phenomenal One stream Saturday night, and I talked with Jordan and his mother yesterday. That's why I decided I wanted to hear from all parties, hear from both sides to see where I stand, and that would help me to make a decision of where I stand and what I can do. And this was the decision I came up with. It has not been easy for me, and I do want to apologize to every one of you guys out there that have been both podcasts. I know people, Kevin Henry, you said I don't have nothing to apologize for. Well, I appreciate that, and I thank you for that. But I do apologize to everyone. I know my personality has helped both shows to be pretty good. Me laughing uncontrollably at some situations and having giggles, and this was a difficult decision for me to make. I love you guys. Like I said, I'm going to continue with this YouTube show, my YouTube show. I want to focus on that. I don't want to get too exhausted. If my family may need my help, excuse me, just in case. I have a nephew on the way, so that will make things more complicated. And I have a lot of respect for my friend. Thank you, Kevin, for coming in. Appreciate it. So, let's say I just in future endeavored myself as far as both podcasts are concerned. Again, to Charlie and Tom, I'm sorry. And to Jordan and Brandon, I'm sorry. Hope you forgive me and hope you understand why I'm doing this. I kind of wish this would all have been settled differently. I know it has nothing to do with me, but it affects Rent and Rave, and it affects the Hangman Outcast. And as a guest as a co-host of Rant and Rave and a guest on Hangman Charlie's Outcast, this is a decision that is necessarily for me to keep having the friends that I have, and to keep myself from a mental stable on a mental standpoint, because it has not been easy for me to make this decision. I want to thank everybody that came in on the chat, had their say, had their piece. So for now, no more podcasts for me. But as far as my YouTube channel is concerned, it's staying up, and I'm still doing videos. Thank you very much. Thank you for your understanding. Bless out.